Welcome to OLLI at UGA. Whether you're a new or a longtime OLLI member, or a volunteer presenter, you've likely realized that Zoom is here to stay for the foreseeable future, whether a course is fully remote or hybrid when we can meet in person. So, in addition to our mobile Zoom video, this video was designed to help you get set up and feeling confident with Zoom on your desktop, as a student or a presenter. Let's get started. Begin by opening your preferred web browser. This will be Google Chrome, Firefox, Microsoft Edge, or Safari if you're using an Apple product. In the address bar, type zoom.us and press Enter or Return. In the top right corner of Zoom's homepage, click the link that says Resources and then Download Zoom Client. On the next page, click the first blue Download button near the top, under the heading that reads Zoom Client for Meetings. Don't worry about any of the other options below. A file called Zoom Installer will download. The file will usually appear at the bottom left corner of your browser window. Click on the file, agree to any permissions that the installer requests, and Zoom will be installed. At this point, Zoom is ready to use. If you don't have a meeting scheduled immediately, you can go ahead and close Zoom until you're ready to use it. Now, whether you're a student or a presenter, the easiest way to access an OLLI at UGA Zoom class is to receive a link from us at OLLI. On the date that your class is scheduled to be held, you will receive an email from an OLLI staff member approximately 30 minutes before class begins. Simply click the Zoom link provided by OLLI and Zoom will automatically open for you, though sometimes you must tell your browser to open Zoom. Presenters will be allowed into the meeting first to work out any last-second tech problems or changes. Participants will be placed in a waiting room until the presenter is ready for everyone else to join. While you are in the waiting room, be sure to take the time to test your audio and video. Most importantly, if given the option, be sure to enter your first and last name when prompted and check the box to remember that name for future meetings. This is important, as it ensures that you will be recognized by the OLLI host and promptly allowed into the meeting. For security purposes, if your username is something like Owner or iPhone 12 or Samsung Galaxy tablet, your entry into the meeting may be delayed. Once you have been allowed into the meeting, you can customize the way you experience your course. Keep in mind, changing these options only affects your view, so it's up to you to get it the way you like. In the bottom left corner of your Zoom window, you may unmute yourself and turn your camera on. Having your camera on is not required, but it is encouraged to provide a livelier, more engaging classroom experience. Also, if you're not currently speaking, please make sure to keep your microphone muted. Things like phones ringing, dogs barking, lawn care outside, etc. are much louder than you may realize, and can be distracting to other participants and the presenter. At the top right corner of your Zoom window, you can choose the view you wish to use during class. Gallery View will show you a grid of everyone who has their camera on, or, if they choose not to use their camera, a box with their name in it. Speaker View will only focus on the individual currently speaking. Presenters, when sharing your screen, your viewing options will be more limited. Many participants are also able to use what is called a virtual background. This allows you to use a favorite photo as your background instead of seeing your room or your office. To activate the virtual background, click the little arrow to the right of the camera icon in the bottom left corner of your screen, and then click Choose Virtual Background. From this new window, click the plus sign on the right, click Add Image, and search your computer for a picture you'd like to use. Once you double-click the image you'd like, your background will change immediately. Sometimes the presenter would prefer that everyone leave their microphones muted and submit questions using the chat feature. In order to do this, move your cursor to the bottom of your Zoom window and click Chat. A white bar will pop in from the right, allowing you to submit your own questions and see others that have been asked. To submit a question, click the area that reads Type Message Here. Begin typing, and press Enter or Return when you're ready. The speaker will address these questions either immediately or at the end of their presentation. Before moving on to the presenter-centric section of this video, I have one tip to share with everyone. Oftentimes, presenters and participants will lose their Zoom window. Here's how to find it. Both Windows and Apple computers operate similarly when it comes to the amount of content you can view at one time on your screen. This means that when you open multiple applications, inactive windows get pushed behind other windows. They're not gone or closed, but your view of them is certainly obscured. If you've lost your Zoom window, or any other application window for that matter, bring your attention to the taskbar at the bottom of your screen on a PC, or the dock if you're using a Mac. Find the blue Zoom icon with the white camera in it. Hover your cursor over it for a second, and you will see two small windows appear. Click the one on the right, and Zoom will be brought back to the forefront of your open windows. If that doesn't work, direct your attention to the top right corner of your screen. There may be a small camera at the very top with a green arrow pointing in it. Click on that green arrow, and Zoom will become full screen once again. Now, if you are going to be presenting, you will have a couple more settings and options at your disposal. Upon entering the meeting, the OLLI host will make you a co-host, which allows you to see things like the waiting room, mute and unmute participants, and share your screen with the class, among other things. The host will usually take care of the waiting room, so let's talk about the other features mentioned. In order to share your screen, move your cursor to the bottom of the Zoom window and click the green Share Screen icon. A new window will open, allowing you to choose what content you'd like to share. The first row lets you choose from specific physical screens, while the second row allows you to choose even more specific applications. For instance, if you're sharing a PowerPoint, you'll want to make sure your presentation has been opened in PowerPoint already. Then click the PowerPoint option from this Zoom window. Once you've selected the PowerPoint option, click the blue Share button at the bottom right of the window, and everyone will be able to see your presentation. With this option, PowerPoint is the only thing participants will be able to see. Please note that if your presentation includes videos or audio clips besides your own voice, you'll need to make sure you click the Share Sound and/or Optimize for Video checkboxes before clicking the blue Share button. If you do not select these options, your participants won't be able to hear your audio, or your video will come through in an inferior quality. Also, if you plan to jump around between multiple windows and screens during your presentation, for example from PowerPoint to YouTube, to Word, and then back to PowerPoint, you're actually better off simply selecting the first option in the Share Screen menu. This will allow your participants to follow along with every move you make instead of having to stop sharing, resharing, stopping again, and sharing again over and over. While the host is primarily in charge of muting and unmuting people, as a presenter, you are also able to do so if you choose. The easiest way to mute someone is to click on the icon at the bottom of your Zoom window that reads Participants. A new window will open with everyone's name listed. From this list, you'll be able to see whoever is making noise by watching the microphone icon next to their name. Once you find the individual making noise, just mouse over their name in the list and click the blue Mute button that appears to the right of their name. There are a few other features built into Zoom, but these are best left to explore on your own. Don't worry, you won't break it, I promise. Feel free to look around and explore everything Zoom has to offer. Once class is over, or if you must leave early, you may leave the meeting by clicking the red Leave button at the bottom right corner of your Zoom screen. If you are somehow the main host of the meeting, this button will read End instead, meaning you will end the meeting not just for you, but for everyone involved as well. Congratulations! You've made it to the end and you're now ready to present and participate in all future OLLI at UGA Zoom courses. If this video helped you out, be sure to share it with your OLLI peers, and give us a like and subscribe to be informed when new videos come out. If you feel you need more guidance, you are welcome to click the link in the description below this video to schedule a one-on-one 30-minute training session with me. Thank you, and enjoy your time with OLLI.